Hey you guys, for the past 3 days we've had a Sylph equipment enchantment event going on and I haven't done it but yet. I was aiming, actually before the event happened I was hoping for 600 million, but then I was feeling a little ambitious and I was like, we'll just go for it. And I wanted 700 million gold before I did this video so that hopefully I can enchant 2 pieces of legendary Sylph equipment in front of you guys completely. So all the way up to, I think it's like plus 24 for each of these items. So we'll upgrade those and enchant them, and so we get to see everything. And then I'm also going to refine each piece of my gear at least once, but I don't want to go too crazy with that in case there's an event, which I'm guessing there will be because they do events for everything in this game. Um, Eventually. So yeah, so I'll try and save those materials a bit. But so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. As far as materials go, this isn't even the extent of all this magical moonlight, glint of magic, yada yada I have. But it should be plenty. Um, and then my plethora of Sylph equipment shards, which are pretty much just gold. Each one of these stacks is pretty, for every 1,000, it's 5 million gold. So I have 10, 20, 30. Um, Almost 45 million in just Sylph equipment shards plus some sacks of gold. So this is 14.7 million gold as well. So I have a good chunk of gold there that I could use as well. I'm hoping I don't have to use it. From what I've heard, fully enchanting a piece of Sylph equipment is, well, I've heard as low as like 280 million and as high as 400 million. So I'm just guessing like somewhere in between. I'm not asking it for anything crazy from Wartune. I just don't want to have to pay like 800 million for 2 pieces of gear. So maybe I have to dip into that, maybe I don't. But I do need some of that to make sure that I can do the Holy Forge event, and I don't have a ton of Holy Forge material, so that's not going to cost too much, but I need some for that. And I also need some gold to be able to convert my gems over for Class Wars, because I will switch over to a Will Destroyer this evening. So that's the logistics of things. Those are materials. Um, and so yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade these guys. So here, my gear right now is on my Hercules. 3 sockets on everything. From everything I've heard, sockets and refinements are preserved when you upgrade your gear. So once I make these legendary, they're all fully enchanted. And so yeah, I have this full set. This is the only set of gear that I'm working on at the moment. I just want to fully get a full orange set of gear that's completely enchanted before I go on to make other sets of gear. So we'll start with the artifact and then do the belt and big question mark on doing one of the other items. So yeah, go to the equipment tab, start out with an upgrade, and get that artifact. So Power of Gaia turns into Thunder Fury, and it gives physical and magical attack to this item. And so so right now it's at 3,262 of each of these attack stats, and it's going to go back down to a lot less. It's going to go back down to only 750 of each of those stats. And this thing can only be enchanted up to plus 24, and the epic can go to plus 20. My guess is that in order to break even, I need to get this back up to plus 20. So that's why these are so insanely expensive. It costs so much. I don't understand why it's so expensive. I can understand on the order of maybe like for one piece of Sylph gear, I don't know, 150 million, or maybe just like equivalent to like a piece of non-Sylph gear, player gear, but the cost is crazy. Except for apparently upgrading it, so this sort of synthesis cost is not bad. I need 100 of these Gifts of God, which I previously got from assortment of events. I've seen them purchasable with Coins of Ancestry as well. So there's a bunch of different ways that are not as expensive as they were at the very beginning. But yeah, so I have enough for a full set, but I don't have enough gold to be able to do a full set with you guys this time. But I will try and record everything so that we can see a whole set through my videos made into a fully enchanted orange set or legendary set of gear. All right, so upgrade. Where did my Thunder Fury go? Probably. Uh-huh. Alrighty, well that looks rather regal. And so I'll go ahead and enchant that first, just I want to get a feel for this. So I'm at almost 714 million gold right now, and I'm just going to see my gold disappear. So yeah, let's just get going. Right now the success rate's pretty good. I just failed that one at 50%, but it will go down pretty quickly. Okay, that wasn't terrible. Wasn't great either. Maybe it felt okay because I did it so quickly, like rip off a band-aid. So I have almost, well, 439 million gold left, and so I think that's enough for another piece just fine. Um, but yeah, so big cost here. I'm gonna go with the belt next. You know, the belt is the only one with defense amongst these items, and the artifact is the only one with attack. So I kind of just want to get those stats out of the way. They are important, and then I can bulk up on HP as I do the ones after it. So back to upgrade. Wisdom of Athena turns into Song of the Sky. So there's another upgraded piece. Oh, I see. So it does show up on my enchantment page. So here we go. Okay, so got the belt fully enchanted, so that's 2 pieces, which is good. That was the goal. I have 122 million gold left. If I added on selling all my Sylph equipment shards and things, I might be able to get another one of these pieces up. I might be able to get one of these to plus 20. It is a huge cost, though. So I'm feeling a little bit sheepish. Let's see. So my Hercules is up to 118,000 battle rating, a little, well, if we're rounding up 119. So, yeah, an HP bonus would be nice, but I don't think 122 million is really going to cut it. So at this point, I used a little under 600 million for these 2 pieces, which is actually pretty good from the numbers that I've heard. That means that I mean, between the 2 of them, it was less than 300 million each, which I've completely lost perspective on how much gold is a lot of gold now. You know, my request before every single one of these events is everybody should just donate, 2 billion gold to the Elia Sylph Equipment Fund. But all right. Why don't we try one more piece? Uh, Bird's claws sounds kind of nice. So why don't we go with that one? They're all the same, right? 3262, 3262. Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and upgrade this. I might regret this in a moment, but why not? Live a little. All right. Let's see how far I can go on 122 million gold. All right. So I'm down to 127,000 gold, and so I'm up to plus 16, which gives me a total. Is there anywhere that's going to tell me my full stat? So it's actually still less than. So I do need to get this to plus 20. All right. Maybe we just lose. Well, yeah, I should probably use the gold sacks first. All right. So there's 14 million gold. It's probably not going to put a dent on on this item, but we'll try it. Yep, not even one. So why don't we just sell these guys? There's 20 million. I don't really think it's going to be enough. I'll do 30. The other thing to take into consideration here is I do get another socket one side, so it's locked at the moment because I haven't socketed those slots, but I do get an extra one, so I can make up for some of the lost BR by socketing it and putting another something in there. Unable to enchant, insufficient gold. So I'm a little bit short of being able to do another one of these. I'm up to plus 18, which is slightly more tolerable. It's so I've only lost about 600 HP now. Um, so another 2 of these would help. All right. Well, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm getting a little bit concerned about my gold. I will get some more from DI and from World Boss tonight, but I need to leave this alone just so that I have enough gold to convert my gems and things. I'm going to do another video. I don't know if I'm going to even be able to fit it in before Class Wars. Of switching over my set. I might have to stick with my crit build for Class Wars, um, or at least the preliminary. So not sure there. A little bit messy of a day as far as this goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and refine. So refine. Well, why don't we put all this gear on first? I said it was 118 something when it was just the other 2 pieces, so it really hasn't dropped that much. So refine. No, not that refine. Equipment refine. All right. So I haven't done any refinements to the epic or whatever, so I didn't lose any stats. From what I've heard, I'm going to refine the epics as well because I've heard that you don't lose stats once you've upgraded them, so it should be fine. It costs 18 of these golden holy waters for each of these. In case there's an event to refine, I just want to leave these materials alone. You do get them pretty easily. You get some from Dimensions, and you get a lot from the Cloud Adventures on the weekends. So I know Mossy did a blog post about it, about how to really go after those rewards and Cloud Adventures with your Bound Balins. If you guys want to check that out. So I'm just going to do this once each time. So go ahead and refine and swap in those new stats. I get 5 stats, which is nice. Multiple MDEV stats, which is weird, and HP. So this is a lot of defense for a weapon, but I'm just going to leave it alone. In some ways, that's not bad because all of these are universal. Whereas if I were to get something like magical attack, it would be good for when I have Hercules on, but it wouldn't be if I switch this gear over to my Dark Pet. So you still want some attack, but it's not the end of the world either. So this one, whole crap load of MDEF, and then a magical attack and a physical attack. So kind of weird as far as anybody who uses normal gear. This is kind of bizarre as well. 3 magical attacks, so it's great when I have Herc on, an HP and a physical attack. Let's see here. So I get 4 stats on an epic. So I assume for just the blue gear, you're only going to get 3 stats. Switch that over. Some more of each attack and some HP. MDEF, magical attack, HP. And a lot of defense and some magical attack. Let's see here. So that's highest is level 4, level 3, level 4, level 6, and a level 5. I guess that's the best it's going to get. And a level 6 here as well. So the highest level I'm seeing is 6, so I'm guessing much higher than that is very, very rare. Possible, but you're going to be, you're going to have to pay a lot of these golden holy waters to try and snag some of those really high stats. I think this is going to be like refining any gear where you're just going to try and go for the stats that you want and care less about level until you have a ton of these refinement materials. I'm still not totally happy with my gear refinements. I also want to take the crit out of my gear at some point, but I don't do Nirvana very often, and even if I did, I wouldn't get a lot of these refinement crystals, so I haven't done that in a while. So yeah, everything just costs a lot. From what I understand, the refinement For the Sylph equipment, you cannot use refinement locks. So if I were to try and lock these, it's just a bailing cost. So that kind of sucks. But anyway, let's see. Hercules BR now is up to 125,000, which is awesome. Some of it is fake BR because there's some physical attack in there, so that doesn't matter quite as much, but still a nice boost to myself, and I'm pretty pleased. I'm not so pleased about how much gold I've lost in the past 20 minutes, but um, otherwise, pretty cool. So tune in for more of these videos. The next time there's an event and I have a huge chunk of gold, I'll try and do more of this. You know, try and hopefully get this whole set finished with you guys. And I think the only thing that I'll do maybe in between videos is try and get this up to like plus 20. So that said, I think I'm all set. Um, Good luck in class wars tonight. I'll try and get this video up before then. And yeah, take care, you guys, and have a very good day.